Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about why I believe in Jesus. Most of you didn't know that I am a Christian, maybe, but I didn't grow up as a Christian. I researched quite a bit until my late 20s, and I was the first one to become a Christian in my family. So here's my little bit of research that I've done. So I would say initially, why I became a Christian is because this is not why I'm a Christian now. It's not how I became a Christian, but it's how I started. First of all, I really thought, when I was not a Christian and thinking that there might not be a God was because, maybe we just was all Big Bang and just everything happened naturally. But when you look at a car, somebody made that car, right? And then you look at us, or you look at the universe, you can't just go into nature and think that this all just happened with a bang. Like somebody created this. So even if it's a bang, somebody initiated that bang. So I believe that there's a creator. And then I looked into a lot. There's an association called Near-Death Experience Association. So many people have these experiences that they left. They literally die for a few minutes or a few hours and come back to life and then talk about seeing things that they wouldn't have been able to see if they were not alive, right? So they were not conscious and they saw that. And there's like a neurosurgeon that had that experience and he became a Christian afterward. But that doesn't, so what if there's a God? It doesn't mean that, Christianity is the religion to go for, right? And it's not religion, by the way. It's a relationship. So you got Buddha, you got Taoism, and then you got Hinduism, you got Muslim, which one is it, right? But as I look more into it, all of these people, nobody claimed to be God. Buddhism is really just a philosophy. Taoism is a way of life. They're not God. So when you really think about it, there has to be a truth. It's not just religions just created so that we become good people. That's not the reason. If there is a God, there is a God. There's, it's not like you just made it, everything just lead to all these things could be true. No, right? So, but, when I say but, it's because I realized this man, Jesus, I'll tell you about this picture when we have free time, but he's the only one that claimed to be God and died and predicted his death and then actually died and then resurrected. He also predicted his resurrection, right? And some people would be like, that's just a myth, right? He might not even exist. But no, he is somebody that's written by as many people as Julius Caesar, which is the king around that time, right? So if you say that he never existed, it's like saying George Washington never existed. Because you have non-Christian historians writing about him just as much. You can look at these two people are not Christians, and they wrote about him. He claimed to be God. He called himself I am meaning I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. So I am the whole time, right? So he claimed that he has authority to forgive sins. If you've done anything wrong, I can forgive you. He claimed to be part of God, to be united with God. He has power over death, predicted his own death, and obviously there's the Bible, right? What is the Bible? So a lot of people don't even know, and they think that it's maybe a storybook. But it's not. It's a Jewish book. The Old Testament is Jewish people having this book from thousands of years. They have to memorize it generation after generation. And then the New Testament is about Jesus, writings about Jesus. So it's not just one book. It's called the Tanakh, and it's actually an abbreviation about the law that God gave these Jewish people, and it's the one God. That's the God that Jewish people worship, and that's the God that actually Jesus worship also. So, and there's also prophecies in there, and there's a lot of writings and poems. And then, what's miraculous to me about this is that in the New Testament, there is a lot of fulfilled prophecies in there. So gospel is really about Jesus teaching people. These 4 people, eyewitness account, writing about what they've seen Jesus do. Acts is like a history. If you read that book of Acts, it's a history book about what happened, how the church got built, and the early church. And the letters are writings on like teaching how to do life and future prophecy also. And some people are like, you know, Jesus never died. I mean, he probably died, but then they probably just put him away, maybe store him somewhere, and so that, you know, these disciples can be popular. But no, why would you do that? Why would you continue after Jesus died? You like die horrendous, so you follow him after this guy died. You wanna die like him? There's no other reason for these people to die for a lie, right? Like even Paul. And like actually reading about Paul, it's just so like crazy. He's just as passionate as our Paul here.
More.
he used to really beat Christians, and he used to like take them to prison and all of that. And then until he encountered Jesus, there is 40 days of like Jesus being on earth and 500 people witnessing him about it. And the New Testament, when they write about it, when they reference people, it's because they want to say, like, these people are all still alive. So then they're like, hey, go talk to this person so you know that what I wrote is true. So anyway, so I'm running out of time again, but I want you guys to go seek, because can you imagine all these Jewish people, they were waiting for the Messiah, and Jesus fulfilled 300 of the Old Testament prophecies in the New Testament, and they still don't believe. You know why people don't believe? It's because traditions. You have always thought, okay, my God, like it's always been that way, so then you think that way. But seek, and you will find the truth, and the truth will set you free. So look up these, and then thank you.